next to go? Yeah, who's next to go? I check the line.
Yeah,
Who's next to
yeah.
go?
Bondzee live. Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube.
Can you believe that? Like, what can I do? How does that happen? It's crazy. I can't. So, yeah, for make sure so, I have never, ever in my life seen a video like this. I'm going to let it roll to the beginning here one more time. Buddy, I'm going to commentate this. I don't know if it's a Amazon driver or whatever. Anyways, he's not ever any kind of open to the crowd. It's enjoyable. Like, absolute freaking crazy. I more than half of his man is the dude is just sitting there like, oh, what just happened? How that guy is still alive? It just goes to show you that, man, there is some sort of system out there. I don't know how it goes. I don't know how it operates. I don't know anything about it, but I know this. When your time's up, your time's up. And if it ain't, and you come really, really, really close, well, I don't know whether to say good on you or whatever, because I've been there too many times. One less than 1 minute away, one time, in fact, but something we're here to talk about. I just can't believe that guy, he didn't die. 3/4 of his van was taken away. Buddy Balls is sitting there just going, wow. Anyways, fascinating video, fascinating way to start the show. How the hell are you? I'm Bondzee. You're you. Thank you for watching. It's episode 280. It's Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Couple quick things. I don't usually do this because if I start, it just becomes a thing, and I'm not that guy. Okay, but these two people are pretty special, and I just got off the phone with her in Nicaragua. But I think it's only fair that I throw because they've been huge fans of mine, and I performed at their bar live. This stupid show, as Sarge would say, at their bar, The Hip, down in Nicaragua in San Juan del Sur, and from the second I met her, she's become a really good friend of mine. Her and her husband Greg, and I just wanted to say happy birthday, like from the bottom of my heart. You're a wonderful person. You got a great family. You got a great husband. And listen, things are kicking it for you guys down in Nicaragua, and I'm so happy for you. And happy birthday from old Bonzarelli and Trippin With Bondzee. And one of my biggest fans of this show, and he's been one of my biggest fans my whole life. I've known him since we were tiny little malacas running around together. My little Greek buddy, Andy Safaris. Happy birthday, bro. He has literally been a fan of this show since day one. He's been my biggest supporter. He's always called and been there when I needed him. And he's been going through a lot too. And Andy's one of my best friends in the world, and I love him. And I thank him for his support, continued support, and happy birthday to you there, you big malacca. All right. Make sure you go subscribe to the show and all that nonsense, all right? You know the drill. I'm not even going to go through the whole spiel. Tonight on the show, I got a great band out of Toronto, 2 out of this 3, this threesome, a trio, whatever you want to call it. This amazing rock band from Toronto, young fellas, full of piss and vinegar, energy out the wahoo. These guys are great live. I was supposed to go see them, and then I had to go and film something instead, and that's okay. But I ended up missing out. They were playing pretty close. I think it was like Mississauga. Oh, it doesn't matter, but it was close, and I was supposed to go with some friends, and then I didn't go, and I missed out. But I've seen them on YouTube videos. These guys are wacko, and you'll love them. I had a great chat with 2 out of the 3 fellas, like I said, and that'll be coming up. The band's called Black Paint. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to them. Sarge is watching. I better watch me P's and Q's. Melissa, thanks for tuning in from up in Coldwater. Joan Newton, thanks for tuning in. I have no idea where you live. Aisha, thank you for tuning in up in Brantford, not too far away. Thank you very much. And everybody else is tuned in too if I missed you and stuff. What else we got? Oh yeah. Yeah, the band Black Paint. Unreal story about a callback edition this past weekend. You wait till you hear this. This is so I've done quite a few online auditions, and I'd say it's, obviously it's a you get less than you do auditions, right? And that's fair in the industry. But I've gotten quite a few, even though I probably, looking back, and especially looking back now after taking an acting class this past weekend, mine were horrendous. But obviously people didn't think so. I think so. I'm a bit of a perfectionist on myself, but listen, I've been getting these roles. So whatever I've been doing is sort of working, but I'm only going to be better. And I'm going to get into that. But on the weekend, I have got this most incredible story for you. You got to hear what happened with this callback. If it could have went wrong, it went wrong twice. I'll tell you all about it. It's a shit show. And there's a really awesome ending to it. I don't want to give it away, but maybe I did already. So if you're smart enough, you would have figured it out. Okay, they're genius. Oh, dear. 44 days sober for old Bondzarelli. Thank you very much. 103 days. I think we're in on the carnivore now. We're going to 120. We'll see where we're at. I'm feeling good, looking good, and feeling fine. Good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in, Melissa. I just saw your comment on that one, and I saw it over there. So you get double whammies tonight. Tell Jimmy I said hi, too. This concert nightmare for this poor schlub. He takes his girl to a show. Front row, I might add. Having a time. Next thing you know, she's up on stage and she's doing the dirty with Buddy. I don't even know. I've never heard of this guy's name. Apparently, it's some big deal. She had a British accent, so I'm assuming it's somewhere over in Europe. But you got to see the girl up on stage. You got to see the look on Buddy's face. And you got to hear the story. It's pretty wild. And some loser in Australia. Hi, bro. Edwin, my buddy from Nicaragua, is watching. Thanks, tuning in all the way from down there. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you, buddy. Take care. Dan Webbs, I'm not sure if you're still down in Nicaragua, or I think you're there for the whole winter. You're on the sober train too, right? Good for you, pal. That's awesome. It does feel great, but I'm not here to harp on me being sober. What else we got? Excuse me. Oh yeah, this loser in Australia. Listen, why can't people just leave things alone? Why? Who the hell would want to ban this? Even girls like looking at girls' bums. Let's be honest here, okay? They're a wonderful thing. And if you look at this picture nicely, they come in all different shapes and sizes and colors. By golly gee, they do. They're wonderful little things. Tuckuses. I love them. Not as much. I'm a boob guy, but do like me a good bum, I do. What else? I got all flustered seeing those beautiful bums. It's been a while for old Bondzarelli, okay? No, I was just in Nicaragua. It hasn't been that long. Settle down over there. Next week, a show announcimiento. I don't even know what language that was. I just made it up. No show next Wednesday. It's my son Brad's 22nd birthday. It is the first time I'm going to be here in 8 years. In the country for his birthday. I'm usually down in Nicaragua right now, where I really wish I was. Though the weather here, we'll get into that in a minute too. I golfed today without even a hoodie on. It's crazy. Anyways, we'll get into that. No show next Wednesday. It's going to be Tuesday instead. So check that on the calendar. All right. What else? Guests coming up include Brother LC. So man, I can't tell you enough great things about these guys. Really looking forward to talking to them. No date locked in, but coming up soon for sure. Also, Feral Minx, going to be doing a special one with them. And JJ Wild and more. She just released a new single. She was just down in Arizona. I think I told you about it a few shows ago. Anyways, she's been down in Arizona. She kicked it, made a new single she did. And I thought I had a promo, a little picture of it. It was sexy, a little picture of her playing the guitar out in the middle of the desert. But guess I don't. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, ladies, because the ladies love her too. They do. She's gorgeous. What's not to love, right? What else? I think that's it for that. Oh, sponsors. Let's do that real quick. Shakespeare's Fine Dining. This place is the tits. I'm telling you, it's where everybody goes. All the celebrities go. If they come up from Toronto, even the celebrities in Hamilton, and we do have some. They go to this lovely place right here. So, childhood friends of mine, parents have owned it since I was a little kid. 50 plus years they've owned it, and the dad still is the chef in the kitchen, and boy, oh boy, does he know how to make a steak, I'll tell you. And the seafood, the scallops are to die for. I would get those. Those are my recommendations. What else? The wine list is impeccable. The service is next to none. It's all family run. It's tight knit. It is the best, guaranteed. It's the Bondzarelli guarantee. Please make a reservation. 905-528-0689. Do not waltz in there and think you're getting a table and sitting down unless you get really lucky. I would not gamble with that. Not a gambling man, and I wouldn't gamble on that either. I got to drink this before it gets cold because it is so goddamn good. Ginger lemon with a splash of honey. Just a bit. So goddamn good. Oh man, I can't even believe it how good it is. Anyways, love it. What else? Oh, yeah, I did the sponsorship, got all that crap out of the way. Kirsten Richards, thank you for watching. I hope, for Nova Scotia, I hope the trip's going well. Be safe. I know you drove out there and you made it one way good, so make sure you make it safe home. And thanks for always tuning in from wherever you are. Greg Maselli, my boy, tuning in all the way from Nicaragua as well. Super awesome. Thank you so much, bro. Listen, I'm not promoting it or anything like that, but it would seem that maybe Greg Maselli is on some psychedelics tonight. I am not. Though I was on the weekend and it was really good. I was going to say I almost took too much, but I didn't. The problem was that I had to be home earlier. I was a good boy. I went and saw some really good shows. Why don't I roll right into that? Nice one, Bondz. Nice transition. That's what they say in the business. Speaking of business, I'm going to talk about some classes. Old teacher, Bondzarelli, the teacher now. Man of many hats. I'm offering a class, and I've got some people signed up already, and I'm really excited about it. Next Tuesday, I'll tell you about later. That's at the end of the show or whatever. I'll promote my crap later. Toronto Dan, thanks for tuning in, brother. It's always a pleasure when you tune in and catch the show. Jimmy Eaton, haven't seen you in a while, brother. Really, my guy. He says, Bondzee, miss you, brother. Glad to see you're well. Yes, I am doing so well. I really can't believe it, man. It's been a long time since Gregory Scott, Bondzee, however the hell you know me, has taken care of himself and really cared about himself and loved himself. And now, man, it's funny. Like I found myself just grinning and beaming, and I've been reading some really cool stuff lately. And it just by happenstance for work. And it is exactly sort of paralleled and combined with what I'm doing and what I'm going through and how I'm feeling and the changes. I've gone through a massive lifestyle change in the last 100+ days. And 44 of them sober. It's crazy. Like, I wish I would have started them both together, but that's neither here nor there. And a conversation for another podcast when I get to the 120 days. Anyways, I did that. Oh, yeah, the show's on the weekend. So much fun. So the bass player from the Glorious Sons, Peter. Love this guy to pieces. Him and, you know what? I fucked up. I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Man, it's hard to see these small pictures on the screen. They got to make the thumbnails bigger. Spit it out. Anyways, I got to go see this wonderful show. There's my boy Pete. It was at this really cool venue in the seedy parts of Hamilton. And when I actually got my dad to give me a ride down just because I knew I was going to be taking some psychedelics. And anyway, he dropped me off and he's like, where the hell are you going, son? Because it was literally like it looked super creepy. It looked like a scene right out of a horror movie. Like, okay, yeah, see you later, Dad. Adios. And you walk and your dad's like, what the hell is this place? Anyways, it turned out, yeah, from the outside, it looked massively seedy. On the inside, unbelievable decor. Buddy turned it into this like music sort of music venue, TV movie venue as well. And it really was cool in there. And I got to see Peter from the Glorious Sons perform solo stuff, played some of his Teenage Kick stuff. And this is oh my goodness, having a complete meltdown mind fart right now. And I was like, oh, I don't need to write it down because I totally remember. Anyways, it's the lead singer from the band The Dirty Nil. Great band out of Hamilton, Ontario here. And his name will come to me in a minute. I can't believe I don't know it. I do know it. I can't believe I just totally had one of those mind blanks. Anyways, if anybody can help, it was Peter, it was Drew, and it was anyways, there was 3 of them, and it was a wonderful show. And it was Saturday night, and on Sunday, I had to get up early and go to Toronto to do these acting classes. Well, I thought it was gonna be a good idea because I'm not drinking this stuff. I thought, I'm gonna go and see this really cool show with these 3 cool, singers. They're each lead singers of their bands in their own right, and, I thought, "Well, going with some friends, I'm gonna" so I popped this. It was a rather nice fat head of a mushroom, and during the show, it was a wonderful mix. It really was. Drinking my waters, loving the buzz, loving the vibes, and the shrooms totally fit with the setting. Well, I don't know if you've done shrooms before and stuff, but when I changed settings and got in the car, it almost like was like, oh yeah, big boy, you're gonna change settings on me when I was having such a good time. I'll tell you what, wham! It's almost like it smacked me right in the teeth and said, all right, let's go. And my mind started to go a little more. And I was like, and then I got home. It was only like a 10-minute cab ride, Uber ride, whatever you call it. And I got home and I was flying. I hung up with Tucker. I was petting him. I was talking to him. I was telling him how great the show was. And I was like, I should be winding down now. And I'm smoking my pen. And I'm like, come on, let's try and get to calm down here. I got to be up super early. And I got to work on my line still in the morning. It was up till like 3 a.m. I couldn't go to sleep. I'm laying there like a lummox. I'm just like, and all these thoughts are going through my head, like, well, nice stuff, and like things that are beneficial, and that's what the mushrooms do, the psilocybin, and it was lovely, but I just wanted to go to sleep, and it might have taken a little too much for how early I perceived I wanted to go to bed, and when I actually ended up going to bed. So, but again, it was a lovely night, and I love seeing those bands. Go check them out if you can. The Dirty Nil, a great band, and the lead singer put on a wonderful performance. He rounded out the night, and I'm super glad I went. I'm a better man for going to see those 3 perform for sure. All right, what else? Weather here has been absolutely off the charts. So I'm that guy that I've been in Nicaragua at this time of year for the past 8 years. Since 2016, I've been spending at least bare minimum 2 months in Nicaragua until this year. 3 weeks, and it's already over. Said and done. New Year's Eve and a couple of weeks into January, and then I've been at home. But it's been for a great reason, and I have no regrets. You cannot sort of I haven't changed careers. I'm just sort of tapping onto a voice actor career, and I want to be an actor. And it's going well. I'm really enjoying it. You know, I've talked about it lots on this podcast, and I'm sharing all my stories, and it's been great. And it's been going. That's why I'm not in Nicaragua, because you can't be there 3, 4, 5 months of the winter like I have been and expect to sort of grab onto a new career at 50 years old, and expect it to jive and fly. It's not how it goes. So I manned up, and I thought, oh man, this winter's gonna suck. It's gonna be so cold. There's gonna be so much snow. It gets to minus 25, minus 30 here. It's like, it's bullshit. Not this winter. I couldn't have picked a better winter or asked for a better winter. I just couldn't have. I think there's been like a couple of nights where it's been in minus 15 at the most, I think, which, okay, they're going to happen a couple nights here and there, which they have been. Snow, dustings, like this much, nothing. Green Christmas, most of Green New Year, and we just got a dusting the other day, and that's about it. It was 14 degrees out this morning when I played 9 holes of golf before I started work today. I started work, went and golfed, and then came back to work. But no, I didn't even have a hoodie on. It was unreal. Then it's snowing out. But then we got this next 4, 5, 6 days here in Hamilton, where I live, is going to be in the teens. I've got 2 tee times booked for Sunday, Monday. It's going to be absolutely stunning weather here. And listen, It's the end of February, and I got to golf twice in February already. I've already played 18 holes a couple of weeks ago, which is it's unheard of, man. It's unheard of here. So I don't know what kind of global warming you call it, or whatever you call it. I'm digging it. Okay, I'm digging it for sure. All right. I really am missing Nicaragua though. All my friends are down there right now. All the Turkey Point people. This is my time. When I'm always there February and March, and I've really been jonesing, and I've been trying to like sort of plan in my head and sneak on a plane and get down there, and it'd be like, I just can't do it. I got too much. I think I got too much going on. So it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing for sure. But I do miss you folks down there, and thank you for always tuning in. And I do have so much people tuning in from down there, which is great. Kyle, thanks so much for tuning in. Kyle, walk up. Every time I see your name, I want to say wash up, but it's walk up. It's the craziest thing to me, but there it is right there. Kyle walk up, folks. Amazing musician. Go check him out on YouTube. That guy's going places for sure. Love that guy. He's been on the show twice, as a matter of fact. Five of Sun. I can't read long stuff like that. Sid, thank you for tuning in from Nicaragua, brother. I love and miss you too. Thank you so much, my guy. What else? Anyways, I was just saying about the weather. The weather's been awesome here. I'm really digging it. We got Black Paint coming up in about 10 minutes. Okay. It's a shorter interview. These guys are sort of been chilling out right now and stuff. And so wasn't a whole lot to talk about, but I really was excited to talk to these guys and see how they jam out. And I was told about it because they're great and they're high energy and I like listening to their music. So I'm all about sharing new music these days and sharing cool new bands with you. All right. So stick around for Black Paint coming up shortly. You know who doesn't like the winter? I'll get into this real quick because I was talking to a buddy on the phone the other day. He is out. He figures 20 grand. You know what I'm talking about? Snowmobile losers. I joke, but cripes, come on. You got to accept that moniker this winter. You guys are snowmobile losers because like this guy, him and his wife do it. They got fancy ass sleds, right? Then you got the insurance. Then you got the trailers. Then you got the trail passes. Then you got I think the insurance, gas, blah 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 blah. Oh, and the goddamn things always break down. So you got to factor that in too, right? So he figures he's out about 20 grand and he's 7 hours north of here. 7 hours. They're usually up to their neck in friggin' snow and then more at this time of year, and they're simply not. And they're pissed. All those people, when you live that far up north, like you're passionate about that shit. Complete opposite of what old Gregory Scott is. Take passion for snow and cold, and then I'm the opposite of that, 100%. Anyways, they're pissed. I'm not. I make fun of them now. I just think, I think it's one of the most biggest wastes of money on this planet. 20 grand. Okay, not everybody's going to be out 20 grand, but this guy is. You know what I could do with 20 grand? That's like 4 or 5 really, really nice golf trips. That's 2 years rent at a spot, at a nice spot with a pool in Nicaragua. 2 years. A waste of money. You might get to ride it for, if it seems these days, if you're lucky in Ontario, you might get 2 months. If it's any longer than that, bonus for you guys. But it's not. It's hardly ever. I just wouldn't put out the money for that nonsense anymore. I mean, I would just ever, not anymore. I never have. Never. I went on one of those stupid things once. I shouldn't say that. I went on one of those stupid things once on one day trip. I've been on them a bunch. When you're ice fishing, you can just tootle around like for 2 seconds, right? Or whip over to the edge of whatever. You're there and back. I never been on a day trip. I went on a day trip. Worst decision ever. Within an hour and a half, guess what? Yep, it broke down. Shocking, I know. So now I'm stuck riding bitch because you're already in an hour and a half. You're an hour and a half out. You got to get to said destination before it turn around and come back. When you're an hour and a half out, ain't nobody coming back with you. You leave the goddamn sled there for now. Ride bitch with somebody, which sucked. Sucked for me, sucked for them. Ain't nobody got time to drag somebody else out on the lake and stuff. Anyways, never again. Never say never. I ain't gonna go looking for it to go do that. Believe me, you. Ice fishing, sure, I'm in. A day trip on one of those things? No, not really. Thanks. Anyways, snowmobile losers. You are losers this season, yeah, and there's no arguing that. Moving on. Callback. Oh my god. I, I I'm not great at these things. I'm not horrible. I got a callback, so the audition went swimmingly. Got a callback, went to do it. Okay, so it goes like this. I need a water. They said via an email the night before, the same email we've been communicating on the whole time. They said tomorrow you're going to receive an email from a different name for a Zoom call meeting. Answer that one and we'll see you at 11:40. Okay, no problem. So I'm on there. I'm waiting. Grimmy, thanks so much for tuning in, brother. The best is when you have breakdowns. No, there's no best about having breakdowns on snowmobiles in the middle of nowhere when it's freezing out and you don't really like the cold. I see nothing great about breakdowns whatsoever. Yeah, and then when you got to fix it out there, maybe some people carry tools, extra belts. Anyways, snowmobiles. That's what I think about snowmobiles, okay? Where was I? Callback. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for this email from this strange email to come up. Bretner, you? How are you, buddy? Thank you so much for tuning in. I got everybody and the mother tuning into the show tonight. I really, really appreciate it, guys. And listen, I hope I made you laugh if you tuned in and you had to go or whatever. If you're tuning in, I hope I make you laugh and however long you're here for. Welcome and stick around because I got plenty more laughs coming up. All right. But listen, this audition is it's crazy. So I'm sitting there waiting. No email. I checked junk. No email. I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck? So I emailed them back on the original email and say, hey, it's now 11:44. There's no email. And they're like, oh yeah, there is. We sent it out and we're waiting for you. And I'm like, fuck, it's already like strike one. Okay. Late. They sent it, so in their mind, they sent it and I should have it. And it's plain and simple. So then I go back, double check junk mail. It's there. I did not miss it. It showed up late. Okay. Or it showed up when it showed up, or they sent it late. Anyways, regardless, it's there. So I click it. So I'm waiting. It says the person will let you in when they're ready. So I'm waiting. Boom, let me in. Right in the middle of Buddy, some stranger introducing himself for his audition. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, in my brain, I'm just going, this is horrible. I'm not getting this role. I'm just let's just hit exit. Anyways, the girl's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Greg. So sorry. And I'm like, no, but I apologize to Buddy who's on the screen trying his damnedest because he's probably all nervous. And then he's got some schlub here breaking in on his audition. But I did a break in. They put me on the screen. Okay. So, anyways, they go, okay, Greg, can you come back in an hour at 12:40? No problem. See you at 12:40. They're like, we'll send a new email. I'll be waiting. So 11:40, 12:40 rolls up. Boom, there's the email. Click on it. Okay. Now I'm excited. I've been sitting here for a while. I've got everything ready. I've gone over the lines. I am ready. All of a sudden, just as I hit join, the friggin' my computer goes, your battery's about to die. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Don't panic. Oh, fuck, it's not there. I'm like, what am I going to do? Now they've clicked on, we've said hello. I'm looking around like I've lost something. Do the hellos. They're like, oh, hey, Greg. Okay. Thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to do this 3 times. I'm like, I'm fucked. My computer will not last for 3 takes of this scene. I know it won't. So I'm sitting here, I'm freaking out. And I don't usually get all panicked and flustered because I usually have my shit in order. And I was pissed. I was doing something earlier and I had completely forgot to plug the goddamn computer back in. So anyways, I'm panicking. I can't tell them I messed up. In my brain, I can't tell them that. So we do take 1. I nailed it. Buddy was like, I love the facial features, but you're a prison warden. Goddamn act like one. Stop being so soft. He goes, So then they're giving me all this rundown, right? There's the director and the assistant director, and they're both talking. And I can see on the screen now that my sorry ass has gone frozen. I can see that I got full bars and everything. So now I know what's going on. There's not enough battery power to run my sorry ass on that bandwidth anymore. But they're flapping away and don't realize that I'm frozen. So I fucking go running out of here, back over through, jumping through everything you can imagine, knocking shit over, find the charger, run back. And as I'm coming back, I can hear them go, "Oh, I think he's frozen." I'm like, "Oh, yes, I am." I come back in, I plug it in on the other end. I sit down and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I hit refresh. Boom. I come right back and I'm like, they're like, "Oh, there you are." And I'm like, yeah, sorry, there's a power glitch here. And I was just froze for a second. I'm back. Totally pulled it off. So I'm here. Okay, perfect. Disaster averted. Gets worse. So now they've given me all the lowdown. I hear everything. I've got an earpiece in. So I hear everything they say. I got all the feedback. I take it in. And now we're about to do take 2. So I'm all ready. I knocked my microphone over, which I've done 100 times. Anyways, not a big deal. Pick it back up. I'm all ready. And I'm like, okay, I got this. Ready? Good. Go. Director goes, action. So I do the scene and he wants me to be more angry. So at the end, I got to slam down this friggin' this binder of a thick binder I got, right? So I don't have a binder on me. It's just an audition. So I slammed down my fist. I got a little carried away. The camera that I use for the show and for my auditions is attached to the top of my laptop. It's a 4K camera. It went flying. So did the microphone. Everything went flying. The interface that everything plugs into over there unplugs and goes flying. I'm just like, I just want to close the computer and go into my room and go to bed. And it was the biggest disaster. I was like, fuck. And I thought it went so good too. And then I'm like, you blew it. You blew it. This has been a complete disaster. So now I'm struggling to pick up and of course, bird's nest back there, and the camera's all tangled around the microphone wire, and it's just a complete nightmare. And I can hear all 3 of them laughing incessantly. And they're like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, that was awesome. And I'm sitting here, I'm scrambling, and I thunk the camera back on the top of the computer, and then I knock it off again, of course. Until I'm scrambling, I put it back on, and now they start clapping. And they're like, okay, listen, I know we told you about the facial features in the first one. You nailed it with the anger on the second one, so much so that you caused an absolute ruckus, and we loved it. And I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. So anyways, what was a complete nightmare, and it still was something else. I can't remember. Something else happened right at the very end. Anyways, lo and behold, I go to acting class the next day, and I'm sitting in acting class. It's lunchtime, and I get an email, and I got the part. So it just goes to show you, sometimes, even when you think things, not even think they were or are, they were a disaster. But sometimes things can still go your way. I knew once they were hanging in there for that long and found out I was frozen, and it was like the second time something had happened. They were still there. I could talk to my parents, and I was like, you know what? I just had the most nightmarish second audition of my entire life. Told them what happened. Sarge is laughing and stuff. And I said, you know what, though? I'm going to get it. And I did. So there. Moral of that story? I don't know. Never give up, I guess. I forgot. Acting class. I had a really good time. So I was pretty nervous to go because I'm like, last time I sat in a class and stuff was like, I don't know. I can't even remember. It's been that long, and I'm not really down with sitting with a whack of strangers. You know what I mean? Especially ones that I was pretty sure I was going to have to perform and do my craft in front of. And whoa, looks better without that light anyway. Sorry, scared the shit out of me. I just saw that on the replay on Facebook. You're gonna have to freeze frame my face when that happens. It's pretty funny. Okay, where were we? Tony Napa, great Canadian actor. Love this guy. He's been in a couple movies that I've been that I promoted on here. I've had the directors on. In fact, I've had Tony Napa on the show once for sure. Yeah, I think just once. But he was in the movie Bandits, and he was in the movie Faking a Murderer. There we go. If you haven't seen either one of those movies, please go check them out. They are wonderful movies made by great Canadian directors and producers and Canadian actors as well. So yeah, go check them out for sure. Great movies. Becky, thank you so much for tuning in. Mike Richard said, "What if your bitch and she is wearing a thong?" Listen, I don't know what that means because I forget where we're at, but we'll get into thongs in a minute, actually. I wish I was getting into a thong. I wish I was in Nicaragua getting into a nice Nicaraguan girl's thong. Okay, enough, Bondz. Cold ginger lemon tea with a splash of honey is not the same. It's quite disgusting, actually. I'm not down with cold drinks. I do not understand how people can drink cold coffee and cold tea. Gross. Okay, iced tea I get, like the sweet tea. But I haven't had sweet tea in like a year. So why are we talking about Bondz? Just focus, okay? I gotta go. You know what I realized today? My attention deficit, is that what I say? Or attention disorder is horrendous. I am back to that guy who, like, it's like squirrel. I can't focus. I really can't. I got to go back to microdosing mushrooms. And I was supposed to, and then I didn't, and then I forgot. But I realized today I got a problem, and I got to go back to microdosing because those really helped a lot. When you microdose 5 days a week, I felt great. I was so focused, and I think I definitely got to get back to that same because I feel dopey lately. I feel it's funny because I don't know if saying that is correct because obviously I feel wickedly better when you don't drink alcohol for 44 days. There's going to be big changes, mentally, physically, everything. And so I'm way clearer, but at the same time, I feel way dopier. You know why that is? Is because I'm almost so much more clear, and there's so much more going on up here, like new ideas, different things that I just would maybe think about for 2 seconds, but then put them aside because I'm to go get wasted. And then you got different ideas when you get wasted, and those are stupid ideas. And when you're hyper focused and sober, then you have different, smarter plans, I think, and different, better goals. Make sense? For me, that's how it's been anyway. So, what else? I think I got an attention there with Becky. Anyways, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. And she says she's the same way. Me too. I gotta be more focused. I am having a hell of a time. I'll tell you. What else? I'm going off on another tangent here, and I'm going to play this interview coming up shortly. I know I've been rambling, but I got the really funny stuff out of the way with that audition was a nightmare, but I got the part, and I'm really excited. I got a bunch of parts coming up, but I got a funny story that I'm going to tell, and it goes like this. No, it's not. I totally forgot what I was going to say. Holy shit. Well, you know what I was going to do? Oh, I got to focus. I got to regroup here for a second. I'm going to hit the pen. That ought to do it, right, Greg? That'll smarten you up. You know what? I'm really sick and tired of this hat too. I think I'm going to retire it. It just is, I think it's had enough. I don't know. Acting class was really funny. It was really scary. I don't usually get nervous too much anymore, and I don't get nervous when I go and film stuff because, well, I guess I do a little bit. Like I do get nervous, I guess, but I'm not freaking out nervous like I've been in the past when I've done stuff. And I did have some pretty sick butterflies when I walked in because, for the most part, I've really fallen in love with acting, and I really want to do this, and I really think there's something there, and I think I have it, and I'm excited for the future of it, and I really wanted to better myself and go take this class. Well, as soon as I walk in and we all sit down and there's like 15 other people there, I'm like, all of a sudden, Mr. Positive here, who I've been so positive lately and stuff, I went full neg. I was like, what are you doing here, loser? You suck at acting. With like, there's no career. Like, what are you doing? Just walk out now, go back, go home, smoke some weed, do whatever you do, and go to the gym or something, and that's it. And then I was like, looking all around, and I'm like, you know what? Fucking best I'm on in here. And that's the attitude I gotta have, and I'm always gonna have. Now, was I? No, I wasn't. And I learned really quickly that I wasn't. And it wasn't a bad thing. It was actually a good old punch in the teeth that I needed because, yeah, I went in there with the mindset of scared, but then I really quickly changed it to go, and you know what? You got this, man. And you've already done some really, really cool shit. You already got some really cool shit coming up. And people are really digging it. I don't know. You know, I gotta start accepting all the compliments that people give me. One day I will. Anyways, I went positive, but then we started doing the scene, and I've been rehearsing these goddamn lines forever, and I did get it right in the first take. So we get to go into a private room, right? And I do it in front of 4 people. Tony, a great Canadian actor with tons of experience. Tamara Podemski, she was on The Corner, long-standing Canadian series. She won some awards and stuff too. She was awesome. She's got like 30 years experience. And then Dylan Taylor, another great Canadian actor. I can't remember off the top of my head. I was going to write it down, but I forgot. But I didn't want to say it because I think this is why I didn't write it down. I'm going to have them on the show. Both of them, actually. And they've got some wonderful stuff behind their belts. And I was really, really privileged to be able to learn from those 3 that day for sure. And then there was the camera guy in there. But I was able to, and I'm able to block these people out when I do my lines. And I'm really happy with that because we did it. We do 2 passes. The first one, I was pretty nervous. I needed my lines in my hands for comfort, which they allowed the first time. Did okay. Second time, now that I've had time to, I got some feedback. I've been told I got to stay the fuck still and slow down, which are 2 things I've been told time and time again. And you would think I would learn, but it's one thing. I'm not nervous in front of the camera, but all my I got some ticks. Totally got some ticks. I got to stay the hell still because when I'm talking, my head bobs a lot. And I noticed it when you watch yourself back, which is something I don't do very hardly at all. But I got to start doing a lot more of. And so my head bobs a lot, my body moves a lot. You can't be talking with your hands like you're some big Italian guy or whatever, and this and that. Not making fun of the Italians. I'm just saying, a lot of Italians talk with their hands. And what a stereotype, Bondz. Get yourself in trouble with the WAP, with the Italians. I love them. There's so many people that talk with their hands. I'm one of them. Anyways, when you're most of the time when you're being filmed, they're filming from here up. So all this bullshit hand action and stuff, stop it. They don't want to see it. So you got to keep your hands still. Anyways, I did very well on the second time around. Still had the head bobs going a lot, hands a lot stiller, and nailed the lines, no sheet in hand. So it was great. Then the third time we had to do it in front of the whole class. Now, in my defense, we'd already been there 8.5 hours. It was my turn to go up in front of everybody. I blew it. I couldn't remember. I kept forgetting my lines. I was tired. I was super high on mushrooms the night before. I was up till 3 a.m. having crazy, weird thoughts and great thoughts and stuff. And I was tired and I blew it. But anyways, I got through it and I actually ended up doing it again. It was a lot better. And but I learned a lot of things. I learned I need to get way better, and it can be way better. And I'm gonna go do more classes, and I'm excited to learn more. There's so much more to learn than I actually thought than just sort of doing an audition or rolling into, sort of do this. I knew it was going to come with learning experiences and stuff, but yeah, I really got smacked in the mouth going to my first acting class with 3 very, very, very talented actors. But I'm glad I went, and it was a learning curve for sure. And I'm really thankful for Tony for being open and honest. He definitely no sugarcoating with that guy. He's not going to sit there and tell you did a great job when you actually sucked or whatever, and he'll tell you sucked. And he'll call you a fuckface too. I don't think Sarge would like going to Tony's class, believe me, you. Anyways, it already one class. It's already going to make me and has made me a better actor. I did an audition yesterday, and I felt that even from one day's knowledge, I was way better at doing that audition because of that one class, and it was worth every penny of it. So yeah, I'm thankful to those people for sharing their knowledge and guiding me in the right direction of how to be better in those auditions. And learning lines is key, man. And it's hard. Like it's getting easier for me to learn lines. Actually, I've got the system down pretty good. But learning your lines here, I found in front of a mirror or just in front of whatever, like I'll just pick a spot in the wall and I'll talk to the wall. Now, I know some people get locked up for this shit, but I do have papers in my hand that have a script, and I am pretending I am speaking to somebody that is speaking back, okay? And in my head, they're speaking back. Anyways, fuck, I totally forgot where I was at. Squirrel, see? Like I need my microdosing mushrooms. um Anyways, it will definitely make it made me a better actor already, and I'm looking forward to it, and the challenge accepted, because I got other things to start picking and learning now. I literally did my last audition with my back up against the wall, with my hands behind my back, so I wouldn't move. And I even started reading. Like I read, I got a couple new book deals, and I'm reading all these scripts now. And you know, when I'm reading for my job, I get right into the whatever the character thing is I'm reading for. I put myself right into it, and I'm all moving around and dancing, fuck, like I'm like Muhammad Ali out here, bobbing and weaving around like a lummox. So now I started when I'm reading, started a couple days ago. When once he told me, now I read like this, and I said, and I read, and I do not move my face or my hands, and I sit here and I just read the lines like this. I don't sound like a robot asshole like that, but you understand what I'm saying. And I think it's going to help me for the future when I do these things, because I got to keep, and I've noticed, and I watch TV and all these movies and stuff now in a totally different way. So since starting acting, I can't watch something properly now. It sort of ruined it for me, but that's okay. I'm digging it. But yeah, it is. Get that camera rolling, and then all of a sudden, those lines that you had down pat, you're like, line, please. Line, please. And if you get into the habit of keep saying line, please, guess what? You're going to get into the habit of being on the unemployed line or the not getting any roles line quickly. All right, let's talk about this loser. You know what? I'm going to save this loser from Australia. I can't believe I've been rambling for 47 minutes now. But I think we got most of the stuff I wanted to say out of the way. I'm going to play the interview with Black Paint because these guys are awesome. Ready? Here we go. Watch. How about that? Oops. I'm back. Black Paint, a couple cool guys. Yeah, really enjoy that. I've been listening to their music a bunch, and I like. I'm always good because when you go to the gym so much and you got the same songs, and I'm a really bad habit for that, and so then I have to make myself get back to all the old music that I or old music, if you will, and they make the cut for getting pumped up in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Black Paint, some great guys right there for sure. I got some videos to get to before I get the hell out of here. I'm gonna do a couple of minutes over only, and that's it because I'm tired and I got to get the hell out of here. I gotta Sopranos. I couldn't think of the goddamn name. I'm getting old. I swear to God. Turning 50 is weird. And it's not really weird, but it's been sort of weird. It's been great, actually. Sort of. We'll get into more later. I don't have time for all that nonsense right now. All right. I do have time for this though. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure my old stupid memory thinks I didn't play this last week, but in case I did, well, too bad. It's pretty funny, and we're gonna watch it again. Okay, so there, watch this. If I played it last week, he could yell at me and say, "Hey, dum dum, we played you played it last week." But I get such a kick out of watching this alligator totally treat this place like it's his own spot, and he's like chasing away these losers in the cart like it's his own like a house or whatever. That was awesome. And to hear those guys scream like little babies is wild. I don't know what goes on in some people's minds when they go to sporting events, but I pretty much had enough of idiots like this. Watch this loser from Texas Tech.
Hey! Oh shit!
His parents must be oh so.
Oh my god!
Fuck
Fuck you, T!
Like, why does
Fuck you, T!
carry
Fuck
out?
you, T!
I'm not resisting.
Fuck you, T!
I'm not doing anything wrong, really. I don't know what he. Oh,
shit!
I read the for a drink.
Oh my god!
Really?
T! Fuck you, T!
1, 2, 3,
Fuck you,
4,
T!
6,
Fuck you, T!
One guy.
Fuck you, T! Fuck you!
Maybe 4, maybe 5.
Oh shit!
I don't understand though.
Oh my god!
Anyways, and the guy doesn't even care. He's like,
Fuck you, T!
Meow.
Fuck you, T! Fuck you, T!
Anyway, see you later, bud. He's going to tank for the night. This is pretty wild. A horse just trotting down the street. Looks like he's minding his own business, and well, he doesn't like Buddy coming the other way. This is evident. Watch this. This is awesome. Oh, somebody coming. Watch this. And and then it just runs off. It's like right up or something, but it's real life. Watch this. He made sure that horse. Watch one more time. This horse made sure. He looks and he sees it coming. He goes, "Oh, okay." And he made sure to knock Buddy off his bicycle before he frolicked off into the open field. Absolutely love it. Listen, I'm only playing this because I had to watch it today, and now, well, you do too. Watch.
Just a little bit of a reminder, a word to the wise, if you will. Do not worry about the worries from yesterday. Leave it in the past. Move forward with confidence,
in the past,
because there are so many new things to be experienced today.
Seriously.
New joy to be had. So move forward, be strong, and have a great rest of your day. Just a little bit of a reminder.
Jeez. I'm telling you, I am telling you right now, there is got to be a market for me talking dirty or something on OnlyFans, instead of me like whacking the thing for the gay dudes or for the ladies, whoever is interested in paying the money. I could just do like dirty talk. If that guy can go out there to get so many likes talking and acting like that, then by golly gee, why can't I? Speaking of getting clicks and views, people will pretty much do anything. Ready? Watch this.
The belt out from my crotch, then I go and choke myself. Now do this, swing it around, right down front, and now we're tied. Gonk, gonk, gonky, gonk. pull the belt out from my crotch. Then I go and choke
This is another one of
myself.
these things I
Now
had to
do
watch
this,
today.
swinging around, right down belt, and now we're tied. Gonk, gonk,
Imagine
gonky, gonk.
coming
Pull
home
the
to
belt
that.
out from my crotch.
She's
Then
doing
I
that
go
and
and
filming
choke
it, and you're
myself.
like,
Now do this, swinging around,
Just
right down belt, and now we're tied. Gonk, gonk, gonky, gonk. Pull the
I think the gunk, gunk, gunkity gunk is my favorite part. Listen, she's having a way better day than these two. Check this out. That is one angry cow. I don't. Is it a cow? Is it a bull? Or I don't know what it is. Look at that. That thing jumped off at both of them. And it knocked over the whole goddamn gasoline tank. And then looks around like a boss, goes, anybody else want a piece? Look at how fast that little kid jumped off. The guy That's one of my favorite videos. That made me laugh. Dummy of the week. I mean, there's sort of a few of them have been dummies of the week, but this loser on his motorbike this week. Okay, it's happened before. I read that was street, but what were you thinking? Like 100%, you gotta have your head on a swivel driving a motorbike. And he even falling asleep because he was perfectly going straight. He just had 0.0 clue that red car. Pretty good. Flip and roll right onto the windshield. Buddy, not so good for Buddy in the red car. One more time. Watch this. He's completely not. He's oblivious. Doesn't even look straight. Think about a lottery ticket if I were that guy. Okay, I got one more before I get the hell out of here. This kid, I don't know whether to be super impressed with him or slap him upside the head for running, because it looks to me like he could totally leg sweep this fat cow in 2 seconds. Watch this. Hit the share. There you go. Watch how talented this kid is. Sir. What the hell is he saying sorry for? Look at him. Look at the sourpuss look on her face. And then she goes waddling over like, "Oh, what are you gonna do there?" I was gonna say something mean, but I didn't. I'm so proud. Look at her waddle over to fat wall. Anyways, I don't understand. Kid was doing so good. He's killing it, as a matter of fact. All of a sudden, he's like in trouble. I don't know. I'm going to be in trouble if I don't get to bed soon. I'm super tired. And I'm going to say something I'll regret. No, I'm good. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It was fun. That's a story I was going to tell earlier. Oh, that felt so good. Sorry about that. I was at the gym today. And this never happens. But, I drink my water, whatever, and I could feel something. It was just this weird feeling. And it was like, I used to be able to make myself burp on command. Somewhere along the lines, I lost that ability. But the smallest sip of a liquid substance, I can burp like the Dickens. And so I took some water stuff, and I could feel it was coming. Big old burp coming. And I'm like, okay, I'm in the gym, and I know how to squeak them out, get them out, but squeak them out without causing a ruckus or a scene. So anyways, and all of a sudden I'm like, and it's coming in, but then it stops, and it's not there, and it's not coming in, but it's there, but it's not. It has 0.0 chance of coming out, but it's uncomfortable. And right in the middle of set, and I'm trying to be like, now I'm like, sort of like, oh man, this feels weird. And what the hell's going on? And for a second, I was having a flashback. I'm like, I better not be having another mini stroke. I've been good. Anyways, like 10 more seconds go by, and all of a sudden it was like gurgle, but not like a belly gurgle where you're like gonna fart or shit your pants. It was like a gurgle in my chest, and I was like, oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. And all of a sudden I went right out loud. I never do this, but it was like so joyous, and it just sort of like came out, and it was like right out of not Ted, with the Elf at Christmas time there, when Buddy lets rip that friggin' awesome burp. It was so similar to that, not as long, but girthy. And some dude next to me, he was disgusted. As he should have been. It was disgusting, but I felt so much better. And then I like pumped out the rest of the workout and I felt great. Anyways, Bondzee special tonight, not Dean. Bondzee special tonight. Well, it's not really special. It's I've been here every Wednesday from not Dean. Maybe we'll all get to see the special guest Black Paint tomorrow after he realizes he messed up again. I played it. I didn't screw up this time. But again, I think I'm done. Thanks everybody for tuning in. That was a great time. Really got to thank Black Paint for taking the time to do that interview. Go check out those guys this summer and check them out. Yeah, I heard they're amazing live, and I'm definitely going to see them when they're live. And make sure you check them out on all the social media sites and streaming services as well. All right. I think that's it. I was gonna say something else, but no, I'll save it for next week. Tuesday next week. Reminder, not Wednesday, because it's my son Brad's birthday, and we're going out. It's a special night on Bonzarelli. Old Dad's picking up the tab because it's been 8 years, so it's the least I could do. All right. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope it made you laugh at least once or twice, and if not, well, that's something wrong with you, and not me. Have a good night. Love you. Have a great weekend. Be safe. All right. Adios. Toodaloo, as Sarge would say. Bye.
What was that?
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
Peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious.
I checked the line, who's next to go? Yeah, who's next to go? I checked the line, who's next to go?
Bondzee live. Bondzee on YouTube.